Charlie Kirk just threw a wrench into the woke machine, and it's pure chaos. Watch as the drama unfolds, because this ride's going to be wild. Subscribe Woke Voices to get more truth blasts.
Hi, y'all. So before I ask my question, I want to clarify a point that y'all mentioned earlier. You said you don't believe in white privilege, correct?
Yeah, it's a myth. It doesn't exist.
Okay. So according to the Bureau of Prison Statistics from last month, 38.3% of our current inmate population is black. But according to the 2020 census data, only 12.2% of our national population is black. So if you don't believe in white privilege, how do you explain this disparity?
So why are they in jail?
It has been this way for years, since the 90s.
No,
since
why do people go to jail?
Why are black people in jail at higher rates than white people?
That's the question, right? Maybe because they
Yes.
commit more crimes than white people.
But that's not true.
Wait, so you're saying white privilege isn't real, but 12% of the population makes up nearly 40% of inmates? If crime's the answer, why aren't Wall Street CEOs behind bars?
I think it's good that this country has moved away from things that were
So it
explicitly
is
believed by the
mentioned
founding
in the Federalist
fathers.
Papers, and it's mentioned negatively as a problem. So you ask me, is democracy a fundamental American value? I say no.
Okay.
Because I go back to our roots. And
Do you-
Hamilton, Madison, and Jay.
Oh, I know that
spoke-
Hamilton was anti-democracy.
No,
He-
no.
So democracy's not American because Hamilton didn't like it. By that logic, we should all still wear powdered wigs and duel in the streets. How exactly do we decide who runs the country then?
Do you view democracy as an American value, something that's very important to the fabric of this country?
No. Where is democracy in the U.S. Constitution?
Oh, okay. So are you...
No, hold on. Where is the word democracy?
I don't think the word democracy is
it's
in
not.
the Constitution.
So where is the
but-
word democracy in any of the founding
Well,
fathers?
A lot of the founding
they're-
fathers had extremely elitist viewpoints around who should...
No, hold on. I just want to, you said the word democracy, so I want to get back to our roots.
Yes.
Where is democracy mentioned?
I don't...
In the Federalist Papers, the Constitution, or the Declaration?
Oh, so democracy isn't mentioned, huh? Guess by that logic, the internet doesn't exist either since the founding fathers never posted about it.
No.
If democracy is not a value, why are we voting?
You're not going in the pursuit of truth, beauty, or goodness, and you're not trying to inculcate wisdom or good character.
There's no oversight on online political punditry to make sure that you're in pursuit of wisdom and goodness.
No, of course
you
there's not.
directly profit from propagating viewpoints that are more polarizing and that suck people deeper into more conspiratorial thinking.
Hold on. So what you're doing is you're actually insulting the audience, not me. Because the vast majority of this audience actually enjoys watching my videos, and they enjoy hearing from me.
Oh, no oversight on online punditry? So I'm the Wild West sheriff of conspiracy theories. If I'm so bad, why is your wisdom not stopping us? And if we're not chasing truth, where's your proof of it?
Well, hold on,
these
let me
people
finish.
thought that people should be
But
owned as
I want to be
property.
clear. I am pro-representative government,
Okay.
but I'm not pro-democracy. That's a big difference, and that distinction's important. But you asked very specifically about democracy, which is
Okay.
not an American value. It never has been and never should be, because what is democracy?
Oh, so democracy is a no-go, but representative government is the vibe? So we're supposed to have reps that we don't vote for? What's next? Picking leaders by rock, paper, scissors?
You dropped out of college, and your highest...
Community college.
Sorry, your Harper College experience, I apologize.
barely was smart enough to make it through community college.
Okay, so...
Barely
and
made it through high school,
your
too.
highest degree level is an honorary doctorate degree from Liberty University.
No, that's true. I do have an honorary PhD.
Yeah, so essentially, what are your qualifications for arguing that college is a scam, or really having any economical knowledge at all, when likely the vast majority of the students here know more than you about economics as a whole?
Oh, so my honorary PhD from Liberty University is your go-to for questioning my economic smarts. If my community college dropout wisdom is a scam, then what's your excuse for not knowing that? Maybe you should check your degree in throwing shade.
No.
I never said your audience didn't enjoy watching your videos.
Because you say I'm profiting. The way
You do profit, like
But
you
who do you think-
financially,
hold
you
on
make a
second.
ton of
Who do
money
you
from
think
getting more
rewards me, though?
clicks.
The audience rewards me because they find that I bring some
I don't,
value.
well, I don't
and that they
necessarily
learn
think
something from
that
me.
whatever gets
I
the
wanna get
most
to the next
eyes
question.
on a specific...
But
yeah,
it's
no, I
easy to
understand.
attack me as exploitation. What I say is actually very popular and resonates with people. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Oh, so I'm just a cash-grabbing villain? If my audience loves what I'm doing, Maybe they're just getting smarter, or at least enjoying the show. Thanks for the shout out. I'll keep the drama rolling.
You're right, I barely made it through community college because I was too busy, starting a national youth movement with hundreds of thousands of members.
Hey, hold on, though.
Hold on. Employing hundreds of people, raising hundreds of millions of dollars,
yes,
having a top 10 most popular podcast,
sure,
and reaching tens of millions of people online every day.
Sure,
but hold on.
But you're also calling all of your constituents idiots by saying they participate in a scam. Their shirt's right there.
I'm calling the institution a scam.
So then
I never
why,
insulted the intelligence. I just had
then,
10 people come up and we had warm conversations.
Oh. So I barely scraped through community college because I was too busy running a national youth movement and a top podcast? Who knew ignorance was such a great multitasker? If my scam calls are so insulting, maybe it's time to upgrade from warm conversations to heated debates.
Okay, so, no, hold on, it's okay, guys, it's okay. Who's Milton Friedman?
Who's Milton Friedman? I have no idea, and it's not important to this conversation.
Who is Ludwig von Mises?
These are all probably economists, and the same
who
thing.
Is John Maynard Keynes?
Obviously I know who Keynes is.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
He's the most famous economist of all time.
You don't know Milton Friedman?
I mean, that's an economist.
Okay, how about Murray Rothbard?
That's another economist.
F.A. Hayek?
I don't know who that is.
Well, then you just came here and insulted my intelligence.
Oh, not knowing Milton Friedman and Friedrich Hayek makes me an economic ignoramus? Well, if missing out on economists is a crime, then I'm officially on the most wanted list for economic cluelessness.
No.
Maybe I should add Economics 101 to my resume. After all, ignorance never goes out of style.
That's what I'm saying.
You can admit something's a scam and still get through it. That's why he's wearing it. Okay.
Why?
You could feel like you're getting ripped off by an airline and still want to get to New York.
That's not what we're talking about anymore.
Like you're like, I'm getting ripped off by a $1,000 ticket, but you still get on the airplane. Like it doesn't make you a hypocrite. It means that the people are ripping you off, and a lot of you are getting ripped off. But no. So as far as white privilege, just without the history lesson of Jim Crow, segregation, imperialism, colonialism, slavery, all the stuff that I know that you're going to say. But just concretely, in America today, what can a white person do that a black person can't do?
Black applicants to jobs are 50% less likely to get jobs if they have a black-sounding name.
That's not even close to being true. That's not even close to being true.
That is a literal...
In fact, it's the opposite.
I'm not going to argue your lived experience.
Oh, so wearing a college is a scam shirt is like flying with a grumpy airline. Just because you're annoyed doesn't mean you stop flying. And if white privilege is a myth, then why are job applicants with black-sounding names getting ghosted like they're on a dating app? Maybe arguing with facts is just another way of saying, I'll stick to my fantasy world.
Hey!
So...
I'd like to disagree with you about college as a scam.
Okay.
Just because there's 50% of people who you say don't need college to get a job, why would it be a scam? There's a social impact about college, on America. College is, good.
The majority of kids that go to college when they graduate have a lower view of America than when they entered. Do you think that's a troubling thing?
I think just changing your opinion doesn't really matter too much.
Oh, so college isn't a scam because it's good and makes people more cynical about America. So basically, it's like a high-priced ticket to disillusionment 101. If my degree in critical thinking leads to a lower view of America, should I get a refund or just embrace my new, enlightened outlook? So you asked, what are my qualifications? I'm a job creator, entrepreneur, autodidact. Do you know what that word means? Self-taught. Yeah, self-taught. You should probably learn that word if you're going to come up and insult other people's intelligence.
Hey.
So autodidacticism is what Leonardo da Vinci was. You don't have to go to college to be wise. You don't have to go to college to be intelligent. I read 100 books a year. I visit over 150 colleges.
I'm not saying you're unintelligent. I'm just saying you lack qualifications.
Question. Well, are you a New York Times bestseller?
Of course not. I'm in college.
So, I'm self-taught, job creating, book devouring, college visiting genius. If you think being a New York Times bestseller requires a degree, then maybe my autodidact title should come with a medal. Who knew wisdom came with an official diploma?
You think Donald Trump's the most dangerous person in the history of the country?
Completely. I believe the way that he tried to go across and completely erase our democratic process. They did multiple investigations. So it was a very Trump oriented Supreme Court at the time. If there's one thing Trump's good at, it's putting courts in justice. And he had a lot of those guys in power, and they still didn't even accept the case. Mike Pence, luckily.
Oh, so Trump's the most dangerous? Like, worse than, I don't know, the guy who started a civil war? Or how about the dude who thought Watergate was just an extreme home security upgrade? But sure, let's blame the guy who thinks Twitter is a courtroom. And Mike Pence? Yeah, his superpower was saying, hey, I'm just gonna follow the rules this one time. Gold star, Mike.
What can a black person do that I can't do in America? Or
What can a
vice
black
versa?
person do?
What can I
So,
do a black person can't do? I
Let's
should say.
think of some history right here. Let's go
No,
through
no,
the
no,
history
no,
of redlining.
I don't need a history. I don't need.
Yes,
Listen, no, you're talking about
you
white
do
privilege.
need a history lining. Clearly,
No,
you need a history
I know your
lesson.
talking points better than you do, and I've read all the literature that you have. I've probably forgotten more about the literature.
History affects the present day as well, and you know that's true. If you went to college, you would know.
Well, hold on a second, but let me.
So then why are you wearing the college as a scam shirt? Drop out.
Well, because you could.
So it's because you don't believe your own beliefs, and that's what I'm saying.
Oh, so wearing a college is a scam shirt means I'm doubting my own beliefs? If my expertise is in contradictory fashion choices, then I'm clearly the reigning champion. Maybe next I'll start a trend called I'm right, but my shirt says otherwise.
Trump almost did it. He almost overturned the election for his favor. But that was that's completely undemocratic and the most un-American thing I've seen in my lifetime.
Okay, in the spirit of not like engaging in hyperbole, so you think Trump is a greater threat to the country than like Timothy McVeigh, who did the Oklahoma City bombing?
No. I mean,
Okay, I just want to make sure that you're not.
Let me rephrase.
I'm trying to give you a chance
to rephrase that.
Oh, so now we're rephrasing things, huh? First, it's Trump's the biggest threat. And now it's like, well, let's not compare him to an actual terrorist who blew up a building. Classic case of foot and mouth syndrome.
Not gonna no.
See, now you have to listen to him under your rules because a black person is going to say you're wrong.
I am. He can say I'm wrong. I know.
Come on up to the mic.
I know. I read your.
My name's Keemon Dixon. I have a really black name. Please tell me how 50% of my internships have been denied when I've worked for Senator Mike Lee, Mayor Trent Sachs, Speaker Mike Schultz.
Hold on.
I worked for a Congressman, Burgess Owens. I've actually worked on his campaign. I've worked on the campaigns of John Huntsman Jr. Please tell me how my black experience and my black man has not given me shit.
Oh, so you're saying you're getting denied because of your black-sounding name? But then casually flexing your resume with politicians like it's the most elite LinkedIn ever? Man, if your black experience is handing you campaigns like free samples at Costco, where do I sign up for that a disadvantage? Looks like your black name is doing just fine, my guy.
Do you believe that you have some sort of privilege that skews your view on other people's lives? Because personally, I don't believe you could step in my shoes as a black woman and relate and understand the things. So I feel like it's not fair for you to choose what I get to do with my life because I'm a black woman in a white society.
What does being black have to do with truth?
Because there are different things that we experience,
Like what?
and my truth might not be.
Oh, so the truth is now based on your experience? So, if I stub my toe, is that my truth or just bad aim?
College campuses used to be the anti-war home of America, and now the Democrat Party is having former directors of the CIA speak at the DNC just minutes before Kamala Harris, Leon Panetta, and then Dick Cheney coming out saying Donald Trump is the most dangerous person in the history of the country. That's an exact quote, by the way.
Okay.
I think we'd agree that's a little bit.
I know, actually, I do agree with that quote.
Wait, so college went from make love not war to let's invite the CIA to career day? Next thing you know, they'll be offering a course called How to Start a Proxy War 101, right before lunch with Dick Cheney. And now we're quoting Panetta and Cheney like they're our moral compass? What's next? A TED Talk from Darth Vader?
I do have a question in that sense. If affirmative action is racism, why are most colleges predominantly white?
Why are they most predominantly white?
Why are most colleges, public colleges, are predominantly white?
We're a majority white country. You realize that, right? So colleges are the depiction of the nation.
Okay.
And actually, blacks on campus are disproportionate more than their population in certain areas, in certain campuses, than their population because of affirmative action.
In HBCUs? Is that
Certain campuses.
Are you talking about HBCUs?
So, but let me just ask a more broad philosophical question. Why does skin color matter at all? Why should we care about it?
Because of the society we live in.
Well, hold on.
Because of the
But
society.
no.
You're dismissing anything that has ever happened to someone.
Skin color matters because apparently it's the ultimate social currency. I guess if we all switch to holographic skin, we could finally get rid of all these debates. But hey, until then, let's not pretend history didn't happen. Ignoring it won't turn us into a colorblind utopia.
You get into college easier than I do?
What?
Yes, you get jobs and internships that white kids don't get.
Oh, poor white people.
You have entire movements dedicated to your race.
We're so like.
Okay.
Sir, do you remember the
Those movements are to get riots. You're crazy. Okay,
So, do you not believe in racism?
Of course racism exists. The Democrat Party is still alive and well.
Do you think people are racist against white people?
All the time. All the time.
That's his definition.
Affirmative
of
action is racism against white people. Yes.
Okay.
Wait, so now Asians are in on the conspiracy too? What's next? Koalas getting affirmative action.
Let me give you a quick example of why Christianity is a different religion. Every other religion requires you to get closer to God. Christianity is the only religion where God actually came closer to us. Where you believe that there was a gift from God that came here to teach us how to live and actually died for your sins. And no other religion has that.
So Christianity is basically the VIP pass of religions. God not just showing up, but taking a selfie with us and saying, "You're welcome." No other religion has that exclusive backstage access.
Not puritanical, but I think that generally more choices are a good thing. I think that generally supporting entrepreneurs is positive, but I think that mass immigration is really bad for American workers.
There's no mass immigration.
Well, first of all, how many people are... Wow. Well, you're right.
What?
There is mass invasion, but how many people are coming across the southern border every day?
I don't know, but like...
No, I'm
it's not...
actually genuinely curious. Can you guess?
Okay, on what time frame?
Every day.
Every day? 500?
Yeah. It's at its low point, it's at 10,000 right now. It was 15,000 last month.
Wow, so 10,000 people crossing the southern border daily? That's like trying to fit a clown car full of job seekers into an already crowded job market. But seriously, if the numbers are that high, how do we even keep track of who's coming and going? Is there a border control app I missed?
What is that sample?
Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement. Hey, don't touch it.
What are you doing?
Gotta let her have her emotions, man. Listen.
Have a nice day.
Listen, I'm not saying that she was right.
Let's have a conversation.
She was wrong for that. But you gotta show yourself.
Sorry,
Charlie. If you really love her, you let her go.
No, 100%, guys. I'm not gonna press.
You did good.
Thank you. See, I'm not gonna.
Because I would have been pissed. I might have wanted elbows.
No, that's not.
Get women back.
Hey, put it on mine. That's not what it's about, guys. We have to have respect for each other and love, right?
Whoa, woke squad, chill out. So, we're now in a world where even hats are part of the respect and love curriculum? If wearing a hat is that sacred, why not just wear a helmet of self-awareness? And seriously, if we're all about respect, how do you reconcile the fact that respect seems to involve a lot of yelling and hat stealing?
So what is that annualized? Let's play that out.
A lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's mass immigration, right? How many green cards do we give out every year?
Probably a lot.
Yeah, a lot. About 1.2 million,
Well,
right?
what's wrong with giving out green cards?
I'm not saying anything wrong. No, you said there's no mass migration. So I'm just trying to tell you, we do have mass migration, right? We have 3 million on the southern border, and then we have 1 million green cards, right? That's 4 million a year, right? Which is basically bigger than most U.S. states.
So, you're telling me we're handing out green cards like Oprah gives away cars? You get a green card. You get a green card. Everyone gets a green card. But seriously, 4 million people a year? That's like adding a new state every 12 months. At this rate, our population growth is going to be faster than Wi-Fi at a coffee shop. But hey, what's the long-term strategy here? Because it seems like we're playing how many can we fit without knowing the rules.
What can you do
Or what can I do that you can't do?
Explain
What
how
law?
affirmative action works. Explain how
Affirmative action is lowering of tests, standards, and quota for
Wrong.
a quota.
You're an idiot.
No, it's
I'm
not.
gonna tell you
It's
how
the way
it
it works.
I'm gonna tell you how it works. 'Cause I read it.
It's the way it works.
I'm
I'm not going to entertain fallacies.
No,
Tell me,
you won't
why?
entertain me because I.
Just let him
Why-
talk. We have to hear your fallacies.
Why does skin color matter?
Let him talk. Well, don't
I
call him an idiot.
believe skin
Be
color
respectful.
matters
He's being
because of the
respectful to you.
society
He's not
we
being
are
respectful.
in.
Do you know how
And
this
I guess
shit
it
works?
goes
It's called
into critical
rights.
race theory.
Removing
Yes, it
rights
is.
Because of the
disrespectful.
society we have
I'll
lived
do it
in,
too.
race
I'll
is
do it
a
too.
factor. If from the beginning of time.
So, basically, skin color matters because it's been a social hot topic for ages. It's like a never-ending episode of a reality show that nobody asked for, but everyone's glued to.
Suppose the life of Muhammad versus the life of Jesus Christ, two totally different. Muhammad hold on a second. Jesus Christ has 0 documented sins, died a passive death.
He was from the line of David. You know what David did?
Well, David was a
He sent
Jew.
a dude out on the line to get killed so he could have his wife.
Yeah, and David was not.
That's his grandfather,
David was
right?
not divine. Jesus was. There's a difference.
It was part of the divine line, right?
No doubt, but no one was perfect until Jesus came down to earth. That's what we Christians believe. You see that? You see the difference? That's what makes Christianity different. Theologically, Christianity has a completely different doctrine than any other world religion that's ever existed.
Comparing Muhammad Ali and Jesus is like comparing a sports car to a spaceship. One's all about the road, and the other's got an otherworldly, perfect storyline with 0 roadblocks. Christianity really went for the cosmic sequel.
Now, everything comes with a cost. When you have mass migration, you're going to get lower wages. But that means you're going to disenfranchise American workers. What, are you studying computer science?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you're an American born, I'm guessing, American raised? I don't want to
I
assume.
wasn't, but
Okay.
I moved to the U.S.
Okay, well, you're an American now, I guess. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
or you're
I
on a
am.
Student visa? Okay, you're going to now have to compete. You're kind of proving my point, but that's a separate issue. You're now going to have to compete against foreign labor for your computer science jobs.
So, you're saying we're turning the job market into an episode of Survivor Tech Edition, where everyone's competing for a limited number of coconuts. I mean, jobs? And here's a thought. If we're so worried about lower wages and competition, should we maybe rethink the free-for-all job fair and consider how we can balance things better? Because right now, it sounds like we're inviting everyone to the party, but forgetting to stock up on snacks.
I think we have a moral obligation to American-born workers to give them preference and priority and restrict the labor supply so that our computer science majors can have higher wages, not to have suppressed wages so some tech CEO can bring in a bunch of Indians and suppress their, no, nothing against Indians, but just, bring down their wages.
Personally, I just think that, like, if you came to America and then receive a green card, I think you get to work however you want. Like,
Okay, I think that American-born citizens
and then
should
there
be given...
shouldn't be a priority because they're American citizens.
So, you think American-born workers should get VIP access while foreign workers are stuck in the standing room only section? Sounds like a tech job buffet where some people are getting the best seats while others are left fighting over the last slice of pizza. Imagine if tech companies were a party and the guest list was strictly Americans only. Meanwhile, everyone else is left watching from outside the window like this. But hey, shouldn't we make sure everyone has a spot at the table instead of turning it into an ultimate fight club for tech jobs? Maybe we could switch it up to a big family BBQ where everyone gets a plate. After all, even the best party needs a good mix of guests to keep things lively, right? For more truth blasts, subscribe to Woke Voices right now. Click on the screen for the next video.